We've been creating clean alternative fuel systems for over 50 years.
We were going green before it was a buzzword.
Back then, it was just a color.
This whole thing got started by guys who just wanted to go faster.
To understand where we're going, you really have to understand where we've been.
Back at that time when we were establishing our reputation, it was really because we had the best quality, the most durable product that was being made at the time.
It just so happened that the byproduct was an environmentally friendly product and propane was readily available as a fuel. There was two very well-known individuals, Don Bass, who happened to be the very first employee, and Ack Miller. These guys were the first people to really promote the use of propane as an alternate fuel. Don Bass was involved in the infancy of the NASCAR and stock car racing.
He was a mechanical engineer building race vehicles.
He was involved with the very first clean air car utilizing propane as an alternate fuel.
We had a race boat, we had a couple of Baja 500 and 1000 cars, and we also had a dragster, a Propane X.
Ack was a legend in the industry, was a visionary on the usage of propane. He won the 1958 Pikes Peak Championship using a propane-powered vehicle.
It was innovation at its finest.
Into the 60s, we realized that there was other opportunities and market segments that we could move into.
Our smaller engine line was being built, and that allowed us to get into the forklift market.
Today, IMPCO is a world leader in gaseous fuel, propane and natural gas systems for forklift trucks.
The forklift market was driven by having a cleaner burning fuel for indoor applications.
So 40 years ago, we had the technology in the market to burn natural gas and propane in a combustion engine.
In 1967, we were purchased by AJ Industries, and what that really allowed us to do was to build a brand new facility in Cerritos, California. We also changed our name from Imperial Machine Products Company to IMPCO Carburation.
We saw a lot of applications for our technologies, and we started to enter new markets.
In the 70s, we started developing a brand new product line for the heavy-duty type applications.
Areas that were outside of automotive.
Hospitals, industry.
Oil patch equipment, farm irrigation equipment, standby generation.
The growth in those markets was driven worldwide, primarily from the fact that natural gas and propane were low-cost fuels.
We started getting emissions regulations happening. EPA and CARB were establishing new rules and new platforms, and that raised the bar from an emissions standpoint.
Carbon dioxide emissions that contribute to global warming are significantly reduced by the operation of alternative fuels.
Increased regulations and emission regulations specifically are our friends.
We started really looking at selling not just fuel systems, but whole engine systems. Up until purchasing the Beam product range, IMPCO was really in the 50 horsepower and above market.
We could offer fuel systems to run propane or natural gas from 1 horsepower to 5,000 horsepower.
The Beam product purchase allowed us to bolt on basically a product range that really filled that gap.
Our distribution channel started going global.
We found it a real need to put more of a focus on training some of our distributors to enhance the proper application of our products.
89 was pivotal because the company went public.
This was huge for IMPCO in our visibility.
It allowed us access to funds to allow the company to grow.
We were able to get more equipment and again increasing our capacity.
We could really take things to the next level. During the 90s, we acquired some companies like Garrettson, J&S, and Allgas, and we made some acquisitions in Europe, Australia, and in Japan. One of our key acquisitions was Crusader Engines, located in Sterling Heights, Michigan. which allowed us to offer complete EPA and CARB certified engine packages.
After a decade of expanding globally, in 2003 we purchased BRC and created a holding company, Fuel System Solutions. What this really allowed us to do was complete again our product range, automotive and industrial, and secure our position in the marketplace as the world's leader in alternative fuel technologies. BRC allows us to re-enter the automotive marketplace in North America with cutting-edge technology.
BRC provided us with a model on how we move forward in the United States in the automotive market.
There's an entire industry that's going to be created here. An industry that's going to need jobs. I mean, that's going to mean lots and lots of jobs.
This is so important in the US right now at a time when the country is looking at energy self-reliance.
This is a solution today, now. We don't have to wait 3 years or 4 years for an automaker to go through and redesign and re-engineer the system to run alternative fuels. We have a mechanism and a technique to make it happen today.
We started here in Southern California.
With clean-burning alternative fuels. We opened our new corporate headquarters in Santa Ana, California in 2006.
Not far from where it all began in 1958.
And now, 50 years later, we're back into the automotive market
With the launch of the IMPCO Automotive Division.
We can have a rather significant impact
On this country's energy initiatives. I think the founders of this company would be very proud.
And most certainly excited about our future.